Hey, what's up guys? So it's been a while since I've made one of these color grading tutorials. However, a lot has happened over the last months. I've been able to shoot some really great client projects and freelance projects, as well as YouTube videos. And there were some really cool clips that I captured. So I want to show you how I color grade these from scratch and while using my LUTs. If you use my LUTs, it will go much faster. If you do it from scratch, you can watch along and I will show you how to do that as well. So yeah, this first one we're going to color grade with the LUTs. If you get these LUTs through the link in the description, it's going to save you a lot of time as a beginner and you're going to instantly have really great colors. So the value of the LUTs is much more than the price that you have to pay for them. They're only 29 bucks. So make sure to get them in the link in the description if you don't know how to color grade yet. Alright, so as you can see, we have a couple of clips here on the timeline that we're going to color grade, and we're going to use my LUTs for the first one. So by using Option S, we're going to create a couple of nodes. Around 6 nodes should be fine. And then to this fourth one, we're going to add one of my LUTs. So let's go through them, see which one we like the most. I think we're going to go with this one. And then let's go to the waveform here. And let's reset the view. So we have all the info here. And then here, let's go play with the curves. So let's higher the midtones a little bit. The image was a little bit too dark. And here at the end, let's add one of these filters, and let's invert it, and then let's make the edges a little bit darker. So it's just adding a vignette. And then now let's go to the fifth node and let's add a little bit of split toning. So we're going to add a little bit of yellow to the highlights and a little bit of teal to the gamma, to midtones. And then here, put a node in between. Let's move these. On this one, we're going to go to gamma, and we're going to put it on, we're going to go to color space. We're going to put it on S, on HSV, and then the channels 1 and channel 2, we're going to turn off. And then we're going to add some saturation by hiring the gamma, here. As you can see now, it only affects the gamma, so not the entire brightness of the image. And a little bit in the highlights as well. So let's check the before and after. So that's looking pretty good. I think we might higher the blacks a little bit still, or the shadows. And lower the blacks here. But yeah, that should be pretty good for the first one. As you can see, with these LUTs you can achieve this color grade quite quickly. So now let's color grade this one, and we're just going to copy everything, paste it on this. And I think for this one we're going to take another LUT, probably one of the warmer ones. Maybe this one. And then I think we're going to play with the gain and gamma a little bit more, so let's add a little bit more of warmth to the gain. It's looking pretty cool. So now with this one, let me show you how we could add some grain as well. So let's, for example, add some grain here. I'm going to go to effects. I'm going to type in grain, and we're going to add film grain. And then we're just going to use one of the presets. So let me use this preset here. That should be good. And then we can also add some halation. So let me move this a bit. Let's add the halation here as well. It's a little bit too strong, so just put the strength down a bit. Something like that should be fine. I think I want to change the skin tones a bit. So around here, I'm going to change the skin tones. So I'm going to go to U versus U. I'm going to make it a bit more yellow, and then I'm also going to reduce the saturation of the skin tones. Like that. I think that looks pretty cool. So now let's copy and paste this. Paste it on the next one. And here we're going to change the white balance in the first node. So we're going to make it very orange. And then we're going to lower the contrast a bit. Something like this, so it looks like a very, very orange sunset, like a very strong sunset. Just copy that and paste it to the next one. And here, this looks pretty cool. You can go with this, but of course, we can lower the warmth a bit so it looks a little bit more normal. Something like that. So that looks pretty fine. Now let's go with the next one. So as you can see, this one is very dark, so obviously, like, I'm not standing out compared to the background, so I should have lit myself up in this shot a little bit. Maybe I could have used like one of these small rig lights, but we don't have that, so let's just hire the shadows. That's looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna make this one a little bit more cold. Yeah, that should be fine with this one. So as you can see, you can color grade really quickly with these LUTs, and they work really nicely. So now I'm going to show you how you can color grade as well from scratch if you don't want the LUTs. But yeah, as you can see, if you use them, the value compared to the price is pretty insane. So make sure to get them if you want to color grade like this in this quick. So now let's color grade this one from scratch. So we're going to click Option S a couple of times. And then here we're going to do a color space transform. So we go to Effects, Color Space Transform, we drag that onto the clip. And then we're going to put the input color space, Sony S-Gamma Cine. And then input gamma as well, Sony S-3. Output color space, 709. And then we're going to start with here. So here we're going to play with the curves a bit, like that. Something like that should be fine. And then here we're going to play with the wheels. So let's add a little bit of this color to the highlights and a little bit of teal to the shadows and midtones. And then here we're going to add some vignette again. Let's invert it. And then let's add some vignette. I think that should be pretty good. So that's also how you can get a really nice image grading from scratch. Let's add a little bit of saturation without destroying the brightness. So let's go to the channels, turn off channel 1, turn off channel 3, and put this color space to HSV. And then here we're going to add some colors into the midtones and perhaps as well a little bit in the highlights. And this is the before and after. So as you can see, you can also color grade like that very easily. But then you don't have the attributes that the LUTs have. So yeah, if you want to have access to those, check out the link in the description. So yeah, as you can see, you can color grade quite quickly. It doesn't have to go slow. You can do it really, really fast. And I like this because then I can focus on the storytelling and the actual visuals, and I don't have to spend that much time color grading. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.